Baby lambs are so cute, but there are a few things to be aware of. Frequent feedings, little and often, are required. And cleanliness is important too. These two haven't had a bath because this was their first day home, and also the weather has been chilly and I don't want to give them a chill. Baby lambs can sleep from 12 to 16 hours a day. They love catching their Z's. And when feeding, it's important to make sure that no air gets in. When they suck air, it's not very good for them. As long as you keep all bottles and everything that you use to make or mix the milk very clean and sanitized, you should have very little problems. And most times, it's a real treat to watch them. It's just so peaceful. But other times, it's not. I didn't actually get any footage of the incident that I'm about to tell you. In emergency situations, I'm not very good at thinking about grabbing my camera, but I did explain it fairly thoroughly, and I just wanted to let you guys know that if I could have, I would have got footage. Good morning. Well, this was very eventful. One of the lambs, the bigger one, go figure, got bloat. So her stomach looked like a football, like she had swallowed a football, a very large football. And she wasn't really running around. She was just like walking slowly and like turning her head, like trying to itch her side. You know, they kind of like, it hurts, right? So they're acting like it hurts. And so I knew from having bottle calves and such, just being on the farm, that this was not good. So I ran inside. Well, first I massaged her belly, and she did kind of have a little bit of a bowel movement, but it wasn't, the bloat didn't go down any. So I ran inside the house and mixed up in a little container, like a bowl. I mixed up baking soda and water, just water. And I mixed it around real fast because it doesn't really dissolve. Like, you can get the water super hot and everything and like dissolve it in there. But at this time I was in a super hurry, so I was like, okay. So I mixed it together, sucked it up a syringe, ran back out here, shoved the syringe in her mouth, and held her neck up so that she could swallow it. And I didn't shoot it right down her throat. Like, I let her, like, swallow it. And then I just sat here for a while. It was a few hours. Luckily, there is a comfy chair out here, so. But, yeah. When I woke up and saw her, she was the same size that she had always been, just normal again. So I was very, very surprised, and I was so grateful because homesteading can be very hard. Like, living on the farm is very hard sometimes. You can try your best to save an animal, and sometimes it's just not how it's meant to be or whatever, because it's very hard to deal with when you put so much into something and you're attached, right? Like, I get attached easy. I know that I probably shouldn't deal with livestock, being as I get so attached, but I love them, so I was very, very happy when I walked in and she was all better and running around, had a big bowel movement. She was just kicking around like her old usual self. So the next morning, because she didn't eat that night too. When she was all bloated, she didn't eat, which is understandable. So the next morning when I fed, she was going at it like very fast. So I kind of like broke the feeding up a bit and like took it away for like just 30 seconds or whatever to let her settle down, kind of let it settle in her stomach before more went piling in. She was just so energetic, and I was just so happy. I couldn't even believe it. But the next evening, she did get a bit of bloat again. So they say not to use baking soda long term. So I only gave like half. The first time I gave her 10 milliliters, by the way. And the second night, I wasn't even going to give her any. I just sat here for a long time and just watched to see if it got worse or better. And I gave her a little bit, like maybe a couple of milliliters. And that seemed to help. She seems to be better now, and I'm very thankful for it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.